I know a guy who has to read tons of long articles and chapters as part of his university work. He tells me that it's difficult to stay consistent, and he often ends up doing the assignments right before the deadline because that's when he has the most motivation. Generally, he just struggles to maintain a sufficient flow of work. The first thing that I would tell him is that we only have a certain amount of brain points throughout the day. I can guarantee that he probably wakes up, goes on his phone, goes to the toilet, goes to talk to some friends, goes make some breakfast, goes watch a YouTube video, and only after a few hours of the day he realizes, maybe I should go and do some work. By then it's too late. He's already been procrastinating in a sense because he's been doing other things and wasting his brain energy on those other things. So let's say he's got 100 points, goes on his phone, -10. He goes to the toilet, -10. He goes to his friends, -10. -10, -10, -10. And then he only has 30 brain points, but his homework that he needs to do is 50. That means that when he sits down to try and do it, he doesn't have the brain power or energy to actually get himself to do the work. Maybe he'll do some of it, but chances are he'll just end up procrastinating and going to do something else. Once you delay something once, you'll delay it over and over again. Genuinely, that is at least one of the reasons for procrastination. I promise you, as soon as you're like, oh, I'll just go and watch that YouTube video for... You're done. You're done. As soon as you delay it, you're going to keep delaying it and keep delaying it until maybe you don't even do it today, or you do it at like 1 in the morning. Because trust me, well, you don't need to trust me because you've done it yourself, haven't you? So I've said this in a few videos, but you need to start at the very beginning of the day. It's honestly not that hard. Just tell yourself tomorrow, as soon as you wake up, go to the toilet and set yourself the task of getting your work done straight away. You'll probably be kind of excited to do that because you'll be like, all right, I'm going to get up, go to the toilet, not talk to anyone, get straight back to my room and just finish the work after an hour or two. Then you can do whatever the hell you want for the rest of the day. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that you need to practice drawing your mind back to presence. It's a skill. So like meditation, you need to go throughout the day and just practice drawing your mind back to presence, which is something that most people don't do at all. You know, when you're sitting there, you're talking to a friend and your mind just starts thinking about, I don't know, whatever you're having for dinner today. In moments exactly like that, you think, oh, this is one of those moments, draw it back, focus on what your friend is saying and be present. After you keep doing that and you get into the habit of doing that, you'll build up the skill, you'll build up the muscle of your brain bringing it back to presence, and then you'll find it easier to do that when you're doing work. Also, you can just do meditation, which will basically just speed up the process, but you don't have to necessarily. Also, just quickly, if you want to help support my channel, there's a little Google form you can click down below, which will just answer a few questions. It'll take you like 2 minutes maximum, and it'd really help me. So I'd appreciate if you go fill that out. But anyways, the last thing is to do a little routine before you start the work. For me, I've been doing this, and I've talked about this in a previous video, but you just have to sort of get your brain ready in the zone to know that you're going to do work. As well as getting your brain into the zone, you're also doing things which help you get into the zone. For example, throw your phone out the room, lock your door, get absolutely everything you need so you don't have to get up, and try and make sure there's a tidy space where you are. If you do all those things in a routine, you'll sit down at your desk and you'll be ready to completely focus. You won't have any reason to get up, and you can just easily focus on the task that you need to do. And if you do them in the exact same order every single time, it will kind of psychologically help you understand that, okay, I've done this, okay, that means it's time to work now. So you can literally copy the routine I exactly just gave you. Make sure your phone isn't even in your room, because I've heard research that suggests that even if your phone is just somewhere in your room, it takes away brain points. So throw your phone away, lock your door so that absolutely no one can come in, or you can go and tell people that I'm doing work, so don't disturb me. And then make sure you get absolutely everything you need. Go to the toilet to make sure you don't have to get up, and then try and tidy the space where you are. Tidying might not seem that important, but trust me, it is, because if it's messy, say I'm doing my work here, then your brain's going to be messy and it's going to be a lot harder for you to focus. After you do your routine, you're doing it first thing in the morning, maybe you've had a bit of coffee and you've been practicing drawing your mind back to presence. I hope that it'll be a lot easier for you to do sustained work and not get distracted. So I hope you enjoy this video. See you in the next one.